Hi there. I'm Kelly Morgan, and I'm a health coach for busy overachievers. Is that you? It sure is me. That's why I started helping people just like me and probably just like you. Over the years, I've found that my clients tend to overcomplicate their health, and they had trouble getting on track with things like nutrition, fitness, stress management, energy management, just to name a few. So they feel a little bit overwhelmed by it. They get even more stressed about trying to manage their stress and their healthy lifestyle. So they end up just being like, ugh, I'll do it later, whatever, I'll get to that later. And they keep on going and going and going. But there's a big cost to ignoring your health for that long. So since this is such a big group of people out there, and it's, my problem too, I thought maybe you all might be having trouble. So that's why I'm going to be posting a short video each day for the rest of January. I think that'll help you get clear on not only how to live a healthy lifestyle, but how to cut through all that noise and just ridiculous amounts of information. A lot of it pretty terrible information too. And then find a clear path to living a healthy lifestyle that matches your unique life. That life you already live, not this dream life that maybe someday you'll live because who knows, a miracle might happen. The miracle's not happening. We need to fit this into who you are and what you do right now. So this brings me to today's topic, vision. Okay, I know this is already cliche, but we're going to go with this because it's 2020 and it just fits so darn well with what I want to tell you. So we're going to get 2020 vision of your past, your present, your future, and that internal voice, that way, way, way back there, that little voice that talks to you all day. Sometimes that voice says nice things, sometimes not so nice. So we're going to go through all of this so that you can understand where you're coming from when you're trying to make some new healthy habits and change your healthy behaviors. It's best to have this 2020 insight. Why? Well, how you see yourself has a big impact on your ability to not only set your goals, but to achieve them. And if I'm correct in who we have out here, it's a bunch of overachievers who are dying to achieve, especially when it comes to goals that you've set for yourself. So this is important because not only will it scratch that overachiever itch, but it'll also help you live an easy, uncomplicated, naturally simple lifestyle that works with what you do every single day because you've tapped into your unique needs and your unique self. The result of that is a healthy life that's filled with lots of energy and happiness. And we all love energy and happiness, right? Right. All right. The image, or maybe images, you have of yourself become reality. Perception is everything, especially when we're talking about what you believe yourself to be and what you believe you can do. Even on your best day, we see limitations in ourselves. So being able to understand who you believe yourself to be gets us to this concept in psychology of speaking things into existence. Every day, you're speaking things into your reality. You think it, you say it, you become it. Now, before you're just like, Kelly, please. Okay, this is not some woo-woo concept. If you know me, you know I don't do woo-woo concepts. This isn't some you say magic words, repeat them X number of times, create the perfect vision board, which, has the perfect order and the right words, the right pictures and everything. Then, you soak it in unicorn tears under a full moon. I mean, I guess you could. You do you. But this does not require that. This concept is more about what you continually say to yourself. The self-talk continues to create your reality on an ongoing basis. And with that, it directs your emotions, your motivation, and eventually it directs your decisions. So everything we do has a sort of basis to it. Whether it's you put on your shoes and you go to the gym, or it's, you lay on the couch and you just completely crush an entire bag of potato chips. It's what we have already created as our reality to do. Because we have these scripts, we have these things that we say to ourselves. So, what do you say to yourself on a daily basis? Are you negative and mean to yourself? Like, do you say things that you would never say to somebody else? But somehow it's okay to keep telling yourself that you're a failure. You're so lazy. Oh, if you could just blah, 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 like Cindy next door, then you would be everything you want to be. When you're always putting yourself down, even when it's just, little throwaway remarks like making fun of yourself when talking to other people, it has an effect. Or maybe you're on the other end of the spectrum here and you're your own biggest fan. Maybe you give yourself pep talks throughout the day where you're just like your own personal hype woman. You're just psyching yourself up to do things. Those are two extremes, of course, and you probably end up somewhere in between depending on mood, depending on stage in life, or if it's Wednesday, Whichever self-talker you are, it's cool. It's you. Own it. It's all right. If we need to make some tweaks here, we will. Think about who you are as a result of what you tell yourself. What are these beliefs you have? What do you keep saying? What do you accept as your personal reality? That's who you become. So you might as well hype yourself up and be all excited about what you can do because obviously you're great. Okay. Now I want you to exercise some other perception muscles here. We're going to focus on three different versions of yourself. Your past, your present, and your future. I want you to, first thing you think of, when was it that you last felt your most incredible? And not just a fleeting moment in time, but for an extended period of time, for weeks on end, maybe months, maybe it was a couple years of your life. You felt like you could take on the world. You felt strong. You felt like you could go all day. You had so much energy. You felt like you were running at your most efficient. You were happy. You were socially healthy, emotionally healthy. Everything was just going great for you. You had habits to support it. Maybe you had youth on your side. I can think of some times where I'm like, that'll never happen again because I was 20. And things just don't work that way to like revive you to be a 20-year-old. But let's think about what made you feel this way. Maybe it was youth and that's okay, but there's probably other things that were going on. Maybe you were eating really well. Maybe you were doing something really rewarding in your life. Maybe you were excited about school, your career, your family, someone you were dating or that you're, getting serious about. What was it about that time in your life? What healthy habits did you have around that? So get really clear. What were the feelings? Were you confident and happy? Did you wake up each morning and just felt like it was your day? If you did, what were you doing each day? How were you set up for that? Okay, you can tackle that one later. Think about that later, write it down a little bit, journal if that's your thing. We're coming back to the present, and we're going to get that 2020 vision for your present self. What do you feel like right now? What are your daily habits? What's your energy level like? How's your stress? How do you feel emotionally most of the time? We all have ups and downs. We all have, situational depression or anxiety, things that come up, things that excite us or bring us down. But I want you to look at, say, a snapshot of the last month. Let's say that. What was your prevailing mood? How did you feel? Were you energetic, run down, confident, feeling a little bit like not yourself? Whatever it is, it's okay. It exists and we're fine with that right now. That's why we set goals and we change things if you don't like it. I want you to now think about all that good stuff from your past. And what could you pack up and take with you? What do you wish you could just open up your closet, open up an old box, and there it was from past self for today? Would it be your ability to go to the gym every day, a more flexible schedule? What might it be? It could be anything. So now we're going to pack up all the good stuff from past you, and now we're going to add to that big packed up box of good stuff all the things that you would want to take from your behaviors and your lifestyle now into the future. So we're going to get nice and clear on a future vision of you. It's your choice on how far into the future. When I do this, I like to look about 3 to 5 years into the future. So it's still really easy to picture and to kind of like map out the changes that would have to be made or what might happen. But if you're looking at more long term, maybe 10 years, that's totally fine. You find that future vision of yourself where you can kind of like get this feeling. You could actually like see that person like they're standing in front of you. What do they do each day that makes them feel so great and so happy? What is it that they've done between now and wherever they are in the future that's led their life to have these wonderful things? What growth has happened? What habits do they have? What have they found that brings them joy and keeps them happy and healthy? All of these things help us tune into your inner GPS. So we've been on a little road trip here through your past self, your present self, and then your future self. So we looked back at where you started, where you are now, and what's ahead of you between here and that final destination, which is that future self that you imagined. Connecting the points in time and using these lessons learned about ourselves is a proven way to achieve your goals. It helps you set them with more of a vision of reality and things that connect with you. It also helps you map out exactly what you're going to use to get from present day you to the version of you in the future that is just dynamic and wonderful and living their best life. So be clear and focused on everything that you want to be. And the way that you get to that person is by keeping that 2020 vision into what you say to yourself, who you were, are, and will be, and how you're going to get there. That will make it so much easier for you to map out. See you tomorrow.